Let him know that he preferred you as a nominee. Did that have a question?
Yes, Honorable Senator. We did have this question.
Very good. That means there's a vision of taking you there.
Yes, sir. What, sorry?
The president has a vision for that place, and you should fit in that vision.
Yes, Honorable
What
Senator.
is that vision? Question.
Okay. The vision is to make sure that we make the electricity sector viable. As you can see in my presentation, I told you that before the war, our electricity output was around 402 megawatts, and now we are just 1.2 megawatts. So the president's vision is for us to make sure to bring that 102 to at least 600 megawatts, where all our people will be satisfied and then industrialization can take place.
That sounds to me like a desire. I want to hear it how.
We are doing everything possible to attract investors. Because
Already working now?
yeah,
You say you're doing everything possible?
yes, our proposal is active.
Oh, you've been active?
Yes, just for a week or so.
For how long?
Since the 22nd of August.
Have you taken pay?
No.
How much your pay is supposed to be?
Well, they haven't disclosed that to me yet.
And you've been working?
Yeah, I kept on going there.
Anything they give you, you take it?
Yes, sir.
You order all?
Yes, sir.
So you've been working, you don't know the pay structure?
Well, I have not examined that yet, sir.
Don't you think you need to know what you want to work for?
I wanted to do my confirmation first, sir.
And then when they say, yeah, how much you making, and then you take it, right?
Yes, sir.
You won't say it's small or big.
No, sir.
Your answer suggests to me you just want a confirmation because with your level of intelligence and education that you have, to take a job without knowing what you're going to work for is very telling in this country.
No, not that, Senator. I'm saying this to say that I know, I may not know exactly what my salary will be, but I understand how the government works. At that level, I mean, there are certain pay schemes that I know will be in line with my qualification.
I will not vote for you if you don't tell me how much you know. Is that possible for you to go to work acting all this period, serve with the president? Somebody won't give you a job and you don't ask what a monthly salary or benefit will be.
No, honestly, I haven't been given a full letter as to, yeah, this is what you make, this is not what you make.
My question is, so you didn't ask?
No, I said I was going to do everything after I'm confirmed, then I don't have a job.
I said,
Thank you.
you convinced me yourself, I'm noting that.
Okay.
Sir, what is the functional authority of the entity, the LERC, which is the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the functional authority of this body? What have you seen? So let me rephrase my question. Have you read the Act Committee, this institution?
Yes, sir.
So now that you read it, I take it that you comprehend it, correct?
Some of it.
So what is the functional authority of the LERC?
The functional authority of the LERC is to regulate the electricity sector in the country.
It isn't. It's just somebody who won't be lawmaker. They say the function of the lawmaker that will make law, represent, and
The end thing is we are regulating to make sure that those who are running the industry does not overcharge our citizens, so that our citizens should get the value for money, to make sure that they get a minimum tariff.
You read it out creating the institution?
So yes, I read it.
That the functional authority of the institution you just stated here?
The functional authority of the institution is to regulate the electricity sector, as I said.
That the theory there, to regulate how, to achieve what? What was the wisdom behind setting this institution so that LEC will not generate power, distribute power, and manage power? What different is this institution supposed to do that since the establishment they have not done, and what vision are you carrying that to make the difference? That's my question, sir.
Okay. Now, before this institution came into being, LEC was doing everything. They were regulating, they were distributing, they were selling, they were determining their own rates, they were determining their own target rate, everything. But with the inception of this institution, NEC can no longer set their own tariff. So they don't just wake up one morning and say, today you pay this for kilowatt hour per day.
So this institution can set the tariff?
Yes, our institution set the tariff.
That is regulation, yeah?
No, it's part of the regulation.
I want to hear more.
Yeah, so we set the tariff. We encourage other people to come and invest. We encourage the liberalization of the industry because currently only LEC is our main customer, I would say, but we are now starting to issue licenses to other members who are coming in. So the more people come in, then the lesser the tariff will be, and make it better for our people.
Is there any private institution giving lessons to distribute so far?
Other investors, yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Senator.
Anthony,
Oh, sorry.
oh, Mr. Chair, our you for now.
Thank you, Senator Dabafa.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and congratulations, Mr. Moore. I listened to you tell this committee that you have been there acting. That means you are well versed and already informed about the activity. And since setting the tariff of electricity is one of your mandates, what is your view on the current tariff? Is it okay, or does it have other problems that you think you can fix? What do you think?
Okay, Senator, yes. The current tariff that is in place will be expiring at the end of December. Currently, we are in the process of reviewing to set new tariff. But the tariff is not just set automatically or from the sky. We have consultants that we have their models that we put in the expenditure of the entity, how the entity is run, in such a way that that's how we come up with the tariff. So based on what the expenditure of the entity will be, then we'll match it and add a little markup to it, then we'll bring up a new tariff. But currently we are reviewing, we know the tariff is still high compared to other countries in the sub-region, but we are getting there. Hopefully, we'll put in a new tariff, we'll determine what that will be.
Thank you very much. And also you mentioned about the capacity, the pre-war capacity. How far are we from that?
Frankly, we are still far away. We are around 280 megawatts short from pre-war status.
So that means we are way, way far. Because considering population growth, population movement, population dynamics, we even need more than that pre-war.
Exactly.
What is your vision? What regulation you need to introduce to ensure that we get to that?
Okay, you can see before the coming into being of the LERC, we only have one electricity supply in the country, which was LEC. With the coming of the LERC, we now have on board the JEP, that's the Jungle Energy Power, they're operating in Lima and Bong. We now have Wind Energy, they're operating in the southeast. We now have Tech, Total Electrical Cooperation, they are now operating in Total. And then we have LERC Energy, who is trying to work in Bapolo and Kidman. So you see, we are beginning to grow. So gradually, we'll get there. We provide more incentive, and then with more investment into the sector, what we'll get there.
One of the main areas of challenge for energy distribution has been the power theft. What do you think about that? How can we address that?
Well, the management of power theft actually lies with the Liberia Electricity Corporation. It is the Liberia Electricity Corporation that is selling the power. The LERC is not selling power. So it is the LEC that should put mechanisms into place to take power. We can help them in any other regulation they want us to provide to protect them going after people who will do power theft, but the direct responsibility to control parental life with the Liberian Electricity Corporation.
I wanted to also ask about your view on privatization. What do you think?
Yeah, as a man who is schooled in finance and also from the private sector, I also believe that. I think in the long run, maybe we can try to see how best we can break up LEC. Because if you go around, the international best practices now is people who generate current don't transmit. People who transmit don't distribute. So hopefully, if we can get investment into those areas, then we can maybe, you the honorable members of the national legislature can bring LEC up. I think that's the way to go. Where LEC, for example, only do generation, then another company will do transmission, and then another company will do distribution.
Thank you, and I wish you well. Are you, Mr. Chair?
Thank you, Mr. Senator. Senator Simeon Berman Taylor.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I have a few questions. Can you tell me how many customers you have now?
5.
How many customers do you have?
5.
No. Those living light the entire country.
No, we don't give out like that. LEC does that.
You regulate.
Yeah, we regulate the companies.
LEC report to you on their performance.
Yeah, LEC report to us on their performance, but we are more geared to what the output they produce than the customer base they have. So we actually look at the total power output they produce.
So my question is, how many power are they giving out to consumers?
Currently, LEC is giving around, let's say around 112. LEC is giving around 112 megawatts out. So the entire country put together, what other people is 122 megawatts.
The reason why I'm asking you, because from that information help you to know as to how much you make. Because I believe you getting funding from what LEC sell, right?
Yeah, to that level.
So is that money enough to manage the entity for which you want to check?
Well, it is not only LEC, for now it is only LEC that provide levy to us. And we are not an energy, we are not a profit-making organization. We only charge our levy to just support our budget and nothing else. We don't make profit.
So before you came, the chair that left before you came, always told us that normally you're paid from what LEC pay for your commission. And because of that, they do not have strong authority over the LEC. And sometimes LEC make a lot of mistakes. Are you going to work in that same direction?
That's why you see we are trying to expand. You see, before we have only LEC, now we have Lib Energy. All right? Now we have JP. Now we have TEC. So you see, as the companies come on board, then our reliance on LEC becomes less.
It's always this. All the companies you name are not generating electricity. They are just distributing electricity.
Yes.
That LEC generate.
Yes.
My confusion is that you are regulating the entire sector.
Yes, sir.
Do we have plan to bring all components that will generate electricity for Liberia?
Yes. But currently, only LEC is generating, as you rightly said. All the other people are just saying what LEC generates and what LEC imports. It's part of our 5-year plan, our 5-year strategic plan.
Thank you, Senator Taylor. Senator Yan Twanji.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Witness, welcome you.
And before I start to ask my most question, I want to end from where Senator Taylor took you. I was not particularly impressed with the answer. His question was, the former chair told the then Energy Committee that the powers you have over LEC, the regulatory authority over LEC is sometimes a little bit, not to a larger extent effective because of your reliance on LEC to pay its fair share of surcharge to you so that you can be able to get paid and operate. And I want you to stay comment on that. Because what gives LEC the authority to give you money is not LEC discretion. It's by law. I read your eye.
Yes.
It's by law. You're not begging LEC.
No.
Why should you even settle for that? And your answer was very discouraging. I need you to say something better towards that.
Okay. LEC pay us levy by law.
Yes.
They pay us levy. All right. Remember now, LEC is also a government entity and we are a government entity. There are certain times we get deferred. I think the Honorable Chairman said no. At current, we and LEC are now on good terms because of some of these issues. All right? Right now, LEC, for example, was behind us for us to allow them to increase the tariff or to increase the connection fees from where it is now to maybe 200 times more, and we said no. So it's not all the time that we gave it to them. We have a stand-up as I speak to you now.
Well, I think you should do more towards that, man, to make LEC to be much more answerable to you on the regulatory end, other than, making it look like what they're giving you is by their own discretion. I want to take you back. When did you get appointed to act? And it did.
On the 21st.
21st of what?
August.
So almost 3.5 weeks. And by now, you have worked for more than 15 days.
No, sir.
How?
I did not just go there immediately when I was appointed to act.
Okay. And when did you go in?
I started going there in today's body, 17, I think around the 5th or 6th around there.
So you were acting in your current role that we are confirming you?
Yes.
Given that, I will take you back to Senator Dillon's question. And there's a history behind why we keep asking this question. And your inability to divulge that information to us will give you some level of glitches. How much are the commissioners of the commission? I want to know their salary.
Yes, as I said to you, Honorable Senator, when I get confirmed into the position, then I'll be able to know what I'm doing.
My point here is, we need to know from you, Mr. IT. You've taken over, even if that 2 or 3 days. I come in. Even if that 2 or 3 days, you have been able to review the books. I was appointed to IT before when the Senate was on recess. I spent only 1 hour and I knew what was my salary.
Yeah.
Start playing games. What is the salary of commissioners at your commission? We need to know. And there are other follow-up questions about benefits that will run down.
Okay, Honorable Senator, I think I can provide that information to you tomorrow because I can go and ask it.
There's a reason why we ask this question during confirmation.
I know, sir.
Because you know why? Our salaries are sums out there. And people think that we make all the money in the world. When there are actual people in government entities who make more than senators, who got more benefits than senators, we're asking this question for accountability to the public. so that the public will know exactly how much their commissioners, their ministers, and their MDs are making as well. Because all people do is to take the money and go straight to the senator's salary, and then that's the breaking news.
So talk and provide information for tomorrow.
And I would think that will not be public enough, because this is your only confirmation, unless you want to tell us that we'll have to confirm you on another day, for another hearing. I wanted to be stated in the confirmation hearing here, and I will be on record for that as Senator Dillon. My vote will be contingent upon that information here today in this section. If the chairman will have to grant you excuse to do your research, it will have to happen, but it will be publicly stated here. All right, I'm moving on to my next. I want to move on to my next question. I want you to take me through the process of bringing in new investors. Because we have information that there are people who want to come and carry on generation. You only got people who compete for distribution. So take me through the process of how an investor can come into the process of initiating a sector and getting into the sector to distribute energy.
Well, first and foremost, when you, as an investor, you come and then you apply to the LERC, and then you work with our technicians. Yes, when you issue various licenses.
Okay.
So if you come in to say you want to generate, then we give you all of the regulations that lead to that. And then your technical people, our technical people can work together, and then we can take it from there.
So that means you have the latitude to give licenses to people to generate other than LEC.
Yes, we do.
Do we have any other entity generating other than LEC?
No.
Why do you think that is?
Well, because there haven't been people coming to invest in the sector since the war.
Then I want to ask you, do you have lobbyistic powers or maybe some level of authority to reach out there to bring investment within the sector?
Yeah, I think the president is really not right. So.
No. I want to know if your entity has that leverage to do so.
Oh, yes, sir. Because that's why we have real incentives that will get out there. There are people who come in to generate electricity, will give you other incentives.
So, you're not answering one question.
Okay.
I want you to take your time. Do you have the leverage to lobby for other entities to come here to generate electricity?
We are open to anybody who wants to come here and generate electricity.
Let's assume that the people who you are open to not coming, do you have the authority and the leverage and the privilege
yes,
to go out there and bring people?
Yeah, as I speak to you now, 2 of our staff are out in Abuja, attending a conference of investors who want to come and generate electricity. Yesterday.
This act was passed 2015. I guess the LRE started working 2016 or what?
17, the end of
17. So that's been almost like how many years? 4 years. Is it laziness? You the incoming commissioner will, when they put the player in the game as a substitute, you don't want that to end in the end. So I'm grilling you because you are coming from the bench with new ideas and new energy. Is it out of laziness that we're not being able to reach out there to bring money in the sector or to bring investors in the sector? Or because LEC pay our little, so we get pay our little something and then that's it?
I don't think it is out of laziness.
Is that a what?
Well, we are encouraging investors to come. You see, you can only persuade and encourage, people to come. So that's why you see, for example, we are not trying to liberalize our tourism sector so that when people come in, most people are not even aware. So we have a website that will publish all our details and information to encourage people to come. So when you come, we'll make sure we give you all of the necessary incentives.
To close on that is very elementary to me. I think you should have a deliberate and robust intent to sell the raw and virgin energy sector in Liberia that has not been tapped, and make a presentation to the outside world that they can make money here. So you don't need to do more than that. We are open and they will come. No. Mr. Substitute, coming on the page, please come on that. In the next couple of months, I will encourage my chairman to check if you have done anything as such. And lastly, what type of car will you assign?
I haven't been assigned a car yet.
What type of cars are assigned to the current commissioners?
For Everest.
For Everest. How much do you think?
No, not to no car assigned to the commissioner. The car is in the pool.
The car is in the pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a commissioner does not have an assigned car?
Yes.
Want to remind that you're honorable.
Yes, I'm honorable. The car is in the pool that we use every day, or at the end of the day, commissioners take them.
So everybody did it for the car, right?
For office purposes, yes, sir.
You know why the chairman reminded you that you are honorable?
I know, sir.
I will ask you again. What type of cars are assigned to commissioners?
Specifically, there are no cars, for example, at the airport.
Do the commissioner take cars home every day?
Yes, sir.
Do they bring it to work every day?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Nominee, what
Do
type
they
of
take the
cars?
same car home or different cars every day?
They take the same car every day.
That's an assigned car.
Will be reminded.
I know, sir.
I'm telling
Okay, so if it is in that context, then we are assigned car.
you. You are.
Yes,
So what type of car is it?
Everest, full Everest.
Can you tell us the cost of it?
I don't know, sir. I got the car there.
Okay, those are things that would be encouraging the chairman to ask of the LREC so that we can know. Because here in the Senate, there's $45,000 allotted in the budget to buy a car for senator. But again, that's all the public gets to know. So I made a conscious decision on the Senate floor that every nominee that will come here, or every government official who will come here for cross-examination, I will ask them those things for the benefit of the public so they can know the type of cars they're riding and the type of salary you're making. Mr. Chairman, with that, on you for now.
Thank you, Honorable Twine. Honorable Councillor, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, just before the Vice Chair.
Mr. Nominee, welcome again. Can you, in a summary, tell us what the state of the electricity sector?
Where the electricity sector currently is not in a good shape as it relates to our energy output. Probably you were not here, Senator, but as I was saying, before the war, we were producing around 200 plus megawatts output, but now we are just at 122. So going by that distance, I can say we are not in a good shape.
Okay, so then my final question, what is your vision for the sector and the job?
Our vision is to make sure that we do everything in our power to produce more energy to surpass our free voltage of 400 megawatt hour to at least 600 or 700 megawatt hour.
Objectively, in terms of timing, what
We
time?
have a 5-year strategic plan that we're working on that came into force last year.
Is that realistic?
We hope so.
Is that achievable?
Yes, sir. At the end of the second year, at the end of every year we review. And as of the first year review we did, I think we are on course.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We would like to recognize the presence of the most senior, most distinguished senator, Senator Prince Johnson, who just entered the chamber. Honorable Johnson, you are welcome. We are cross-examining the provisional designate for the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Agency Commission.
Thank you, Chairman.
And just before the Vice Chairman, you enter, so we just want to recognize you. If you have any question or any input, recognize you.
Thank you, Chairman.
So, Mr. Nominee, I want to thank you also much for the deliberation. I think, Honorable Chairman, there are a lot of work that I have to do in-house. We got to see a lot of things that have been said to our nominee. Questions have been asked to him that he cannot answer us directly. So I believe that will revert to him to committee room later and we'll get back to him. Going forward, I just want to ask one one stupid question I have from the Liberia area was especially Bon County. And you know the issue of tariff that you raised is key in our country. Our native people back there, they don't understand the word tariff. But we get to them, they say the price is very high. Sometimes way up, sometimes way down. And for the deliberation, you spoke about how you can tally the expenditure before you come up with the tariff. I don't understand, the little men there will not understand how you can come up with the expenditure. How do you know those entities that you have given a power to, or given rights to, given lesson to, that will come up with the material cost or the expenditure to come up with the tariff? How do you explain that? How can you explain that to us?
Without technicians and without engineers, without technical people, I will do inspections.
How do they do inspections? I want to know. Because I can go back to my previous and say, they can look at the expenditure before they come up with tariff. One of those things they look at, one of my kids there put in place that we have to know that we subject the amount that our people pay.
Okay. For example, it's like any other business. Mind you that anybody that's in business is there to make profit. So we are there to make sure that that profit is minimized to the barest so that it can have harmful effects on the people. So we make sure that whatever your expenditures are, we place it into our model to make sure you make a minimum profit.
Do you have agent working with these company that you have given lesson to? Do you have agent working with them?
We do on the spot inspection.
Because what I'm saying, I'm a testimony to what I'm asking you of. I live in Banga. In Banga City, our current project is flood-driven. So they also doing down like that. They put our citizens get tested that when this one down in Banga, they will tell you that. And you wouldn't believe that before the election, one person that even asked the Jungle Water to give me electricity at my house. I will give you 142,000 bill to electrify my house. I still got evidence I can show I can present it to you. US house. US house. US house. I can bring that something out. The child with the pool, the child with everything. 144,000. I got that evidence to put in now. I can present it. She got how she can present it. So, no, it's not the same. I will put you someone who say here, we here for ourselves, we here for them. So when we are affected, you know fully well how they are affected. So I don't know how you go about regulation, how you go about lessons given to people, but there's a need for us to do in-depth understanding of it. So that's great. So the chair wants to thank you all so much for the opportunity, but there's a need for us to do in your investigation for just something. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair. So normally, I know there was some requirement from Senator DeLong and Senator Antoine. And the writing said that will determine the report. We need to know, I think you are a little economical of the truth regarding vehicles.
No, actually, I thought, like, for example, like the entity I came from.
Chief, you are well educated. You are well educated. Not putting somebody can bring car to work every day, carry home every day, the same car and say, so if you come today, the car is available, you take the car, you carry home, tomorrow your friends are out, one day you say, who will listen to you? So that good story, you know, it was incorrect. So we also need to know, like you rightly said, your salary and benefits, we need to know it before we conclude our report. We need to know the value of the vehicle, like you said, so my suggestion to you would be to contact your controller immediately so you can send that to us. We will give you this decision since we're now having a second hearing, as far as I'm concerned. You can document it, and in our next committee briefing or something, we'll make it public. Since we're expected to close this week, so I will talk with my police so we can give that dispensation, but we need that information.
I'll provide it to you tomorrow morning.
So you will not
Say the truth.
Well,
I'll provide the truth.
we verify. So if you give us the wrong information, it will determine on the report, your confirmation report of plenary. Now, The act says that your budget comes to the legislature for approval.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of any instance that the LERC has submitted a budget here in the legislature?
No, sir. As I'm just coming and thankfully I'll be in charge of finance and economy. We are now trying to put the new budget together and present it to your Honorable Senator.
The act states that the budget comes to the committee, to this legislature, through your committee. We'll look at it with you, because your budget determines the tariff also. Because LEC gave you money, so if you just go and put one budget there where you want 200,000 car, you want this, you want generator, you want it, it affects the end user. So we need to see it and make a determination together. Are we clear about that?
Yes, Honorable Senator.
The last thing I want to say to you is that it's expected with your level of experience in government that you will go to that entity if confirmed and try to harmonize the situation with the LEC and LERC. Since you are acting already, but the person was on recess when you were appointed, you were acting. I'm sure you know the meeting scheduled tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And I'm aware so that we can find a way forward.
Thank you.
So on that note, we'll bring this hearing to a close. You have a question?
Without question.
Go ahead. Microphone.
This appointment is appointment made by the president of the law when the legislature is operating. So the person you asked, once the legislature is in session and you appear before this body, until we confirm you're not going back to work.
Thank you.
Huh?
I understand.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, on that note, we'll ask the sergeant to discharge you, and we'll hear from the community through Planet. Thank you very much.
Folks, I'd like to say many thanks to all of you for providing this live confirmation hearing of the LERC. Folks, I'd like to appreciate all of you for providing us on this premium platform to the Liberia television. J. Cassius have been my name.